Hey everybody, back with a new episode of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Last episode, we took our time in 1931 trying to fit in, not cause too many waves. We got ripples, we got tides, we're really in the water metaphor here. But the Chromacon's plan is kind of ingenious, kind of like, what, you gonna stop us from helping get rid of Hydra? I mean, they're trying to also get rid of S.H.I.E.L.D, but what a way to do that. It's almost like you're the bad guy if you stop them. So I don't know what they're gonna do. I don't know how they can justify it. Couldn't you just be like, okay, let them knock out Hydra, and then we'll go from there. Like, we'll still have the information that we need to stop the Chromacons. Why do we need S.H.I.E.L.D to exist if the whole reason it exists is for this one thing that doesn't have to become what it becomes? So it's a really interesting thing that they've done. And it kind of like plays into that idea that like people have against like superheroes inside superhero stories, or like you incite the cause, you're the cause of these threats. It was kind of like Vision's side of it when they were debating whether or not to sign the Accords. So I really kind of like what they did, and I hope we don't have to aid in keeping Hydra going. Like, that just feels wrong, even if it is for a potential greater good by stopping the Chromacons for taking over Earth. Like, I don't know. It's not a position you want to be in, you know? But I do enjoy us being in 1931 and everything. So that's exciting to me. This next episode is called Know Your Onions. Onions? I mean, sometimes onion is what they call your brain, your head. And the way it's said, it's like, know your onions. That sounds like know your facts, know what you're doing. I don't know. I'm curious about a lot of things that are happening here, particularly like with Gemma and Fitz. I'm still very in the dark about like how long they've been gone, how long they have to be separated for, how long did it take for them to come back to us and retrieve us and take us on this now new mission. But I have to say, I'm loving LMD Phil. Like, he's even more like Phil than Sarge was. So he slots right in. And I don't want to forget like original Phil, because like that is a loss that still happened. It's still very felt. But like, all of these ideas of what it means to be an LMD, to not be who someone was, but are they not? Are they? Like, it's a thing that we've thought about many times throughout the show. So I'm kind of aware of all of it as I'm watching him and accepting him. I 100% do, but I just don't want to ever lose sight of like original Phil. And I don't think the show will, or I don't think I will either. It's just a different thing, but I'm placated by it. I think that sometimes can be a crutch, and maybe even unfair to the original Phil, but it kind of is what it is at this point. So you either have to accept it or not, and I will choose to accept it because he helped a lot last episode. He knew about the swordfish thing. We really needed him in that moment. I'm just curious how his relationship will continue to develop with the other characters, and how they'll ultimately feel about him going forward. Particularly, obviously, May. I really want to know how that's going to go. But May is up in a corner hiding from Enoch. So I don't know what that's about either. but I'm optimistic about what the season will be just based off the first episode. So let's get back into it.
They're gaining on us.
This boat won't go any faster.
We gotta give them a slip.
Yeah, and we're gonna lose them too.
Same thing.
These things suck. They have like 0 range. It's gotta be plugged into something.
Oh, really, wise guy? I'm sorry. Well, thanks for the advice. I didn't realize I was talking to a freaking genius.
That was
This is
really
the
good.
delivery. More booze?
The future's gonna be mine.
We need to talk to you, dude. We can't be doing this. We can't be helping this guy. Oh, is she still mentally there? You're better. Oh no, not her being Phil. Not her being saved from the Loki stabbing.
You guys aren't in the
kinda similar.
import-export business, are you?
All you need to know right now is that we're here to help.
Buzz off, we're closed.
Swordfish. Now let us in.
Look at them.
We came
Yes.
as fast as we could. We had to change.
They do know the mission is to protect them at all costs, or there will be consequences.
But what are the consequences? We don't know.
If
Yeah.
Hydra doesn't form, then S.H.I.E.L.D. doesn't form in response.
But because it doesn't have to. I mean, think about all the future lives we'll save if there's no Freddie Malik.
We can't disrupt the timeline. We need to find a way to reach Mac. They may be out of range.
Perhaps I
You're
can
out of
find a way
range.
to boost the signal of the radio transmitter.
They're
What you
just
can
blowing
do,
these people's
who S.H.I.E.L.D.
minds.
is dealing with.
There's something else we may need to deal with.
It's not plugged in.
Is awake.
What do you mean she's awake?
She's a little disturbed.
And quite active. Perhaps you should be getting some rest.
I'll rest when I'm dead.
Well, you just
That's what we
were.
were hoping. Dr. Simmons was able to save you using technology she had a considerable amount of time to develop.
Considerable.
A considerable amount.
Say it.
This is where we go our separate ways, fellas. I appreciate you saving my life.
I don't think we can let him leave.
We're not leaving you.
Inspection time already? Ask around. I run a very legitimate, illegitimate business. And I'm all caught up with my donations to the boys in blue.
The last time you saw Mr. Malik.
If you find that no good bum, you tell him not to show his sour puss around here again.
Let's go, yo, yo. Why didn't she act?
Rats. This big rat problem. They live in the walls.
They found the getaway car.
Germany 6 times in the last year. It's now 1931.
What is it, Gemma?
I need some alcohol. 90 proof or better.
I like the way this bird
What
sings.
is it?
I'm a biochemist, not a bird.
I don't always want to do this. I got dreams.
Bad ones.
When this job is done, I'll be sitting pretty.
She really knows her onions.
God. Was that a saying back then?
Stop that bottle from hitting the ground.
I didn't see it.
Okay. What's up?
My mistake, I thought you did.
I froze.
Why?
Any idea why?
Maybe that thing inside me, the Shrike.
The compound is part of a formula that first appeared in Germany during World War II.
During World War II. I think you're half cocked on the moonshine.
It was synthesized by a German scientist named Abraham Erskine.
I don't like where this is going.
The super soldier
And
serum?
first used by a man named Johann Schmidt.
Can you? Information. Wilfred?
Enoch.
Enoch.
They're in trouble.
Yes.
Going somewhere.
Suited and booted.
I need to be in the field.
How are you feeling?
I'm not feeling anything.
I don't like the
I
sound of
feel there
that.
may have been some complications.
You'll never make it there unless you can fly. There's no trains fast enough.
We can fly. Tell us how to find
We
it.
can
I'll tell you
fly.
on the way.
That's not possible.
I'm not telling you anything unless you take me along. Freddy's my responsibility too. I want answers. If you want to help your friends, that's my price.
If we succeed, there will not be any S.H.I.E.L.D. in the future. And those who have followed us here will be out of time.
Out of time. When you say that, do you mean that, like, they'll be forced back to their own time? Ready.
Like I said, I can't let you do that.
I cannot let you leave this ship.
Y'all don't fight. We can't do this. Hey, no, Enoch. May. I don't like this. Oh, no.
Stand down.
You're not Sarge.
She knew immediately.
Not. Aren't you at all surprised? I mean,
The way things go around here, what
I
could
was
be
dead.
surprising? Well, so was she.
You still are.
Things like that hurt me.
You're from outer space. That's it.
Been there.
You're all Martians.
feels like it sometimes, but no, we're not Martians. And now, Mr. Koenig, if you kindly take us to hell.
I gotta admit, I underestimated you Canadians, but what does this got to do with Freddie?
He's gonna be one of those threats.
The time window is closing.
What does that mean?
It means in 17 minutes the Zephyr will leave this time period with or without us.
And you're just telling us this?
I didn't know. There's no way to predict when the next launch window will open. It could be 24 hours, 24 minutes, or 24 weeks.
We have to stay close to the
Captain
Zephyr
Maxwell
then.
coming in.
Jeez. That is pertinent information that I think everyone should have been aware of the moment we got here.
You there?
No, he's all right. He's just in a tight spot.
Take the shot.
Daisy.
I know what I said about the butterfly effect, but we can't pass up this
I
opportunity.
mean, I'm with her,
It's
but
Wilfred and Malik.
damn.
Major player in Hydra, and if you kill him right now, you will save thousands of lives.
Father, get him, Malik.
I ain't no father.
Your son
talking
fucking
about?
Head of
sucks.
Hydra.
How do you know that word?
You about
To
it?
kill him.
You about
Whose
it?
orders? I'm the one who gives the orders here.
She told me what he becomes. All the blood that he's gonna spill.
So baby
Never
Hitler.
hurt anyone.
I knew he wasn't gonna do it. Love it. Hey, Cap. We don't have enough time to assert good influence and change the future that way, you know?
the Martians?
Yes, those are the Martians. Stay low.
We're not from Mars.
Where's Freddy?
Don't make the same choices your dad made.
Why do you think I'm doing this?
He's got bigger plans.
I'm going to
Than his
be
daddy.
somebody. Not a coward like him.
What, are you gonna shoot me? Freddie, you're a lot of things, but you're not a...
Are you gonna shoot me? Like the famous last words of someone that gets shot.
You think you know me?
You just stepped off a building, Freddie.
Ooh, nice analogy.
Wilfred Malik has made his delivery. He is alive, and the future is secure.
Great.
Get back to the ship.
I feel super about that.
Get out of here, you old metalhead. I'll be fine. Marvelous.
Marvel.
What happened? We just secured the rise of Hydra in the Malik dynasty.
Yeah, it's a real banner day.
Where's
Yeah.
Enoch?
He's on his way.
We only have 30 seconds until we jump.
Enoch.
We need to close the door now or the ship could be torn apart.
Oh, he's running. Oh, he's running. Wait, wait. Run, Forrest, run.
We can't.
Oh, I don't think he... What do we do now? Oh, no.
It is my specialty. I call it
Got himself a job.
a barraculada.
He's nothing if not adaptable. I feel like this maybe always happened.
What is
That's
the
what it feels
second
like.
condition?
But that's not what Deke thinks.
I want to know all there is to know about robots.
Chronicons.
Whatever you call yourselves, I find it fascinating. This looks like the start of a marvelous friendship.
This also feels like the start of something that was always the future. That is my preferred way of thinking about time travel. Like it, Lost employs this kind of idea very well. The idea of what happened. So like they always did this. So that's the reason that Hydra happens, because like we always did this and we always didn't stop it. And if Enoch got left behind, he always got left behind and had this relationship with Koenig, and that's why his grandchildren became interested in robots and all of that. So that all lines up, and I know they're afraid of ripples and dams and all that kind of stuff, but like maybe Deke was right about the multiverse, but maybe he's not right about time travel to the past. I don't know if it's been proven by this episode or not, but that's just how I prefer to think of traveling to the past, is that it always happens. Which means that whatever they do is what they always do. So are we going to the future? Are we going to what is supposed to be our present? Are we going to a different time in the past? Like, who could say? But if we stay in the past, I'm just curious if there's anything that we actively change about our present, just because I don't know if that's possible. I don't know if it's possible to change the past. This was interesting. They definitely employed a lot of ideas that are things that we're familiar with. Like, if you have the chance to go back and kill baby Hitler, do you do it? And Daisy's about that life, and I would be too. Deke didn't have it in him, and I'm not surprised by that. I don't think it's for everybody. I think it is hard to be the judge, jury, and executioner for someone who has yet to commit a crime. You get into the whole like Minority Report of it all. But I think it takes a special kind of someone like a Daisy to make a hard call like that. And you see Gideon Freddy is on his way now. Like, he is going to become who he becomes, and Hydra is going to rise. So it's just a hard thing, but I don't know. I like rolling the dice, and it's not like he was a baby. He wasn't a baby. He was still on his journey. And I think it would have been curious if we could have stopped it just to see what life would be like without Hydra and S.H.I.E.L.D. But at the same time, I just talked about the fact that that didn't happen, obviously, because it never happened. If that is the line of thinking that they're using for the concept of time traveling to the past, which I don't know. I never really could figure out what the true idea was when we traveled to the future, and I got all tied up in all of that, and to my detriment. So I'm not gonna like spend a lot of time thinking about what's gonna happen. I'm just going to hope for the best. But like, is that like it? Like, Enoch is stuck in the past forever? That's interesting. I'm sad. Like, I like Enoch, and he is quite helpful. But now he's kind of like a sidekick to Koenig, or Koenig's his sidekick, He certainly can just, I am going to immediately pivot and deal with this happening in the only way that you can, which is, quite impressive. I would have just been like, what the fuck do I do now? But, he's a Chromicon. I think they just handle things. And, I think they all acknowledge there on the plane. It's like, it's not a banner day. It doesn't feel good that we didn't stop Hydra. But we live to jump another time, So wherever the Chromicons are going, it's a good thing that like we're all in the tide together. It's not like the Chromicons can go somewhere that we're not going. So as long as we stay with the Zephyr, we'll be able to at least go toe to toe with them wherever they're deciding to. Are they in charge of where it's going, or are they just along for the ride too? Like, I'm not sure about that either. There are definitely certain points in the tide that they can go to, but like, is anybody in control of that? I don't know. May is certainly interesting right now. She says she's not feeling a whole lot of anything. She did die. She had a death experience, albeit a short one. And it is not that dissimilar to like Phil at the start of the show, you know, she didn't spend all her time in Tahiti, but she's changed by that for sure. She met LMD Phil and she's not impressed, but you know, she was never really about those LMDs in the first place. But I don't know, he's so much Phil that I feel like it'll be hard for anybody to like really keep him at arm's length. He's so likable, you know, and he's so who Phil was. I don't know. You can get into the whole soul debate, and we've done that plenty of times, especially when we were dealing with the framework. But I'm just curious of how May is gonna kind of traverse her time with LMD Phil. Everyone else is kind of on board and used to it, but she's been through a lot and is going through a lot, and on top of like having Phil back, it's just a lot. So we'll see how that continues to go. Still no Fitz, but maybe I don't know. I wish I knew where we were going. And oh my god, I can't believe like Gemma's like, oh yeah, by the way, by the way, these tides can happen at any time, and you'll have you don't know how much time you'll have. So I think that was super important and a thing that everyone should have been aware of. Like Mac and Deke were very far away from the Zephyr at one point. Like it all worked out except for Enoch. But yeah, that's hyper important, and I think that's probably something we should like calculate. Like you can't get this far from the Zephyr at any point because this is the least amount of time that you could potentially have to get back to it. Like that's important. And we can't have another Enoch situation. Losing Enoch was already bad. So very, very interesting. And you know, I like the ideas here, and there are no easy answers. Like I'm not right to say that they should kill Freddy. It's just a choice that you can make. And to me, it's the move. To Daisy, it's the move. But to Deke, it's not the move. And to Mac, it's not the move. And it's just curious how everyone falls on that kind of thing. And none of it is like pure. None of it is like the ultimate right. Like there is no perfect answer. They're just choices. And you know, I like that kind of storytelling, and Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. always employs it very well. So I'm excited for where we're gonna go next. Hopefully we won't lose anybody else. Poor Enoch, I felt terrible about that, but like he kind of just is going with the flow. But it'll be sad if he never sees his bestie again. Like I love that's how he like introduces himself to May. Like I am the best friend of one of your friends. Yeah, this was interesting, and the super soldier serum being what the green stuff was. You know, it's not just S.H.I.E.L.D. and Hydra. There's Cap as well. And you know, I'm a big lover of Cap, but I still would kill Freddy. But like I said, if what happened, then there's no way to do that because you didn't do it in the first place. But you can talk yourself in circles with that. And I'm done doing that. So yeah, fun. This is still fun. This is still very fun. And I'm hoping the next place that we go to is also fun. So we'll see. So thanks for watching, guys. I'll be back soon.